ask her for directions again. I was just going to get some food, but now that you mention it, I don't really know the way.
Well now, this is quite lucky. I was just about to go to the about to go to the convenience store myself.
Looks like I'll be your can again. Thanks. Together we walk through the store. My pace is carefully slowed to remain beside her compared to my usual walking pace. She's quite a bit slower. Not that it's without reason. The convenience store. After what we couldn't be more than several minutes, I catch sight of our objective. This town really is pretty small. Without further ado, we make our way inside with a greeting from the counter.
Mind if I tag along with you? Usually Hanako would help me, but seeing as she's not here,
it takes a moment before I realize what she means. Considering she can't be able to read anything on any of the labels, shopping without any help would be a big pain for her. That said, I can't shake the feeling that she'd had this idea since I've said I was coming here. Sure, it'd be my pleasure. I'm making so many friends. I grab 2 well-used red baskets from the small stack beside the entrance, handing one to Lily. She lays it on the ground, putting her school bag in, retracting her cane and sliding it through the basket handles before picking it back up in her right hand. Wait, if she doesn't use her cane... Before I can complete the thought, she comes beside me and pinches the cuff of my uniform in her slender fingers.
Is this alright?
Sure. I have no reason not to accept. I can think of worse things than shopping with a pretty girl holding on to me. Even if it's out of necessity. Yeah, there you go. We navigate our way through the store with not one of the occasional passing customers seeming to bat an eyelid. Okay. Considering how close Yamako is, I guess seeing students from there must be entirely normal for the local residents. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lily and find out what she needs. I grab it along with what I'm looking for and put our items into their respective baskets. I guess this is the same routine she and Hanako follow every Friday. Right. All that's left is the bread. And that should be my shopping done. Do you need anything else, Lily?
No. This should be everything.
Off we go then. With a quick side trip to the bakery section, we make our way to the registers. The line, thankfully, is almost non-existent. It's not long before we both paid our food and are out of the door. As Lily retrieves her cane and extends it to full length, I waste a minute looking upwards at the night sky while holding both of our bags. For a moment, I try to make clouds I try to make clouds with my breath, but the summer heat doesn't seem to cooperate. Eventually, she's right. She rights herself, taking a quick stretch before taking her bag and leaving me to my two. You tired as well?
The festival preparations have been complete chaos. Suzune breathing down my neck doesn't exactly help things either.
Hey, she's only trying to get everything organized. Better now than later, right?
I suppose I'm going to enjoy relaxing in town tomorrow. That's for certain.
I guess the festival preparations must be taking their toll on both of them. We walk out into the quiet street, talking between ourselves as we carry our bags of food and supplies from the store. Wait, what's that? I notice a very distinctive character making its way towards us, silhouetted by street lamps. For a second, I think it's another male student from a class, but as he, or should I say, she, gets closer, I recognize her quickly. It's Rin! Rin? What are you doing out here so late? Rin?
Rin?
Lily perks her head, looking like she's trying to focus on listening more keenly. It suddenly comes to me that I should probably interpret the scene for her. It's Rin. Tezakua? Zakua. Yeah. Tezakua. Tezuka! There we go. I think was her last name from our school. She stiffens at the name and gives a complicated looking expression, something like a forced fusion of composed smile and painful grin. She doesn't exactly like Rin, does she?
Understood.
I guess Lily knows Rin too. Rin turns to look at us, looking terribly out of it. I'm not entirely sure if she recognizes either of us, or at least she doesn't acknowledge it. Oh my god, she doesn't acknowledge it if she does. She looks like a zombie, or statue. A statue of a zombie. That's a pretty good combination, a zombie statue. But slowly, some symptoms of understanding seem to light in her dark eyes. This is something she must react to. Rin blinks once, very thoroughly.
Hello.
Wait, and maybe I should change Rin's voice. Hello! No, that's not fitting. Hello! No. Yes, keep it with the dull.
Hello.
Ellipses. There's an awkward pause. Everyone waiting for everyone else to say something. What are you doing here this late? Ellipses.
I was wondering about that myself too, just now. Some people asked just before. I assumed they were wondering at the same. I don't know. They didn't know either. I asked why I'm wondering. So, that was pretty much it. It's a murder mystery without a murder.
So, mystery. Ellipses.
They were going that way.
She turns facing to her right in order to demonstrate the direction the other people went to, as if that was important. Then rotates back like a mechanical puppet if in one of those overly complicated clockworks. For a person who gives an impression of being being the quiet type, Rin really does use a lot of words to say things that don't need a lot of does not need a lot to be said. Unsure if she finished, I say nothing. Neither does Lily, who seems equally robbed of words for the time being. I think the both of us are, in fact, just scared that any response might provoke her to continue. Our stupefied lack of reaction doesn't faze Rin at all. She keeps looking at us expectantly, a calm hint of expression on her blank face. She seems to be that kind of person, always relaxed. As if bull elephant greed sedative, there we go, were flowing in her veins in place of blood. Do you have amnesia? I don't recall you having anything of the sort, though. No, I don't think it is that. The other passers-by were probably just worried, though. You look really lost, the way you're standing in the middle of the street.
Oh, I see. Maybe I should have taken some other kind of pose in that case.
I pondered for a while whether I should chase this angle further or give up for the sake of my own sanity. I decided the latter. It seems most of the time it's better to not read too deeply into Rin's babbling about. Talking with Rin is like playing chess with a supercomputer who does seemingly completely random moves as if to mock everything you know about chess. It's like that, except with human interaction. And even if I win, it feels like losing. Damn, it's just like Kenji said. Even when I win, I lose. Is this the power of the girls of Yamaku? I pushed the thought aside as too dangerous to consider further. It's probably just Kenji's anti-female propaganda game to me during a moment of weakness. Yeah, don't let that idea get in your head. Yeah, maybe taking another pose might have worked. So, anyway, yeah, you have no idea what you're doing here. She frowns, looking extremely displeased at either my question, its consequences, or the answer she's about to give.
I do have some idea. I can't really tell you what kind of idea. That sounds like progress, at least.
Lily sounds as if she's spotted an opening for some kind of discernible, normal conversation. I can't say I share her optimism.
Yes, there is some. Definitely. The rest will come later. I'm sure of it. I always have reasons.
Yeah, the ensuring silence kills Lily's hopes all too visibly. That didn't last too long. Rin's, as far as I can tell, unbased assurance aside, what should be done. We could just leave her to her own devices, whatever those are, but it's late and I don't think we'll be getting any thanks if Rin is found standing here in the middle of the night. Which she probably will, unless she manages to remember what she was doing here in the first place. As for me, trying to guess what might have been going on in her mind when she decided to embark on this adventure, the chances seem to be on par with winning the lottery several times in a row. Lily is oddly quiet too. I appreciate some support from the sidelines here, especially if she's more familiar than I am. But it can't be helped. It seems she's familiar with Rin. Is exactly why she's staying subdued. So, I assume you were going somewhere, not coming back to school. Any idea where? Her eyes widen in shock, and she jolts back in somewhat artificial way, making it seem like an act rehearsed for a situation like this. Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique. No. What? Why would you think that? You knew what I was doing. That fucking face. Was just an educated guess. We walked the same street in the same direction just before to get to the store. If you were going to school, we would have met you on the way. Oh. She looks a little disappointed. Like Kenji, Rin appears quick to jump to complete irrational conclusions. Maybe it's something in the water here. I make a mental note to stock up on soft drinks. You know, that is the second time this week that someone asked if I was a mind reader. Do I really give off that impression? Rin shrugs her shoulders, which is all the answer I get. You know, maybe you should come with us back to school. Lily interjects, just as I am about to further debunk my alleged mind reading capabilities. She sounds rather concerned. The paper-thin smile on her face badly disguised that fact. Maybe she came to the same conclusion as I did. For everyone's sake, I decided to let the mind-reading topic drop, as it's entirely inane anyway. Yeah, Lily's right. If you can't remember, there's no point staying here. Rin considers this rather simple, deduction for a moment, then nods. Okay. Yeah. We start towards the school again, having wasted away more time than necessary with this episode. Rin walks along the edge of the sidewalk in her rhythmic way, looking like a mix of sleepwalker and rope dancer, while Lily keeps one hand on my shoulder, tapping at the ground with her cane. Tap, step, step, tap, tap, step, step, step. Apart from that, and a few fragmented beginnings of conversation, it's quiet.